If I knew before about instant gratification and delayed gratification, my self-improvement journey would have become so much easier. Attention! For this video, I want your 100% focus, so that you will get the most out of this video. Do not distract yourself while watching it. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. Welcome to Mind Mentor. Today we will talk about instant gratification and delayed gratification. Because I talked in the past about both of them, but I know it is important to define what both of them are. So there will be no confusion on what it exactly means. So, what is instant gratification and what is delayed gratification? Let's start with explaining instant gratification. Instant gratification are habits you do that give you, while doing them, a high amount of pleasure. So your hormone, dopamine, gets released. Dopamine is the hormone that makes us feel happy and motivated. But after doing the instant gratification habit, you feel worse than before. That is because we have a baseline of dopamine. And after we get dopamine through some activity, our baseline drops and we feel less happy and less motivated. So, what kind of habits are instant gratification? So, bad habits. You probably already know which one are, but you want to deny it yourself. So, I will give you the obvious answers. Eating junk food is instant gratification. You eat something that tastes nice and delicious, but afterwards your insulin spikes and crashes, and you gain fat and too much calories. Watching is an instant gratification habit. You fab until you come, and that feels nice while you do it. But afterwards, you feel ashamed and an inner hole in yourself. Drinking alcohol is also an instant gratification habit. Because first, you have a great time and enjoy yourself. But afterwards, you feel the hangover and the complete day after drinking is wasted because you have a hangover and can't do anything productive. So simply said, everything that gives you, while doing the habit, huge amounts of dopamine, but afterwards make you feel worse, are instant gratification habits. On the other hand, delayed gratification habits are when you do something that feels not so pleasureful, or is even hard to execute and maybe even needs some discipline of yours to execute them. But afterwards make you feel better without getting a too high dopamine rush, so you will not feel bad afterwards and just feel better and your dopamine baseline goes higher up. So, what are delayed gratification habits? These are things like going to the gym. Because doing the workout is hard and you go through pain. But after months or years of going to the gym, you feel great because you are physically fit and look aesthetic like a real man. Or eating healthy food. Because this will need, at least in the beginning, some time to taste nice. But after eating it for 1 to 3 months, it will taste better and your physical appearance as well as your cognitive function will become much better. Also, meditation is a delayed gratification habit. Because you will sit still for 5, 10, maybe even 50 minutes and only concentrate on your breath, which can be pretty hard. But afterwards, you feel much more relaxed and in the present moment. So, simply said, delayed gratification is when you do habits that are hard to do while you are doing them. But afterwards, you feel much better and your dopamine baseline goes up. So, for what do we need this knowledge? This will help you categorize all your habits in instant versus delayed gratification habits. And naturally, as well as logically, we want to have much more delayed gratification as to instant gratification habits. Because this will help us to achieve the best version of ourselves. So here you have an actionable step. Get a pen and paper and write on a list, or even better, in the comments, what your instant gratification and delayed gratification habits are. And if you write them down in the comments, I will help you to give you tips on how to get more delayed gratification habits and which instant gratification habits I can help you to overcome. Because if you have more delayed gratification habits, it will help your self-improvement journey and it will become faster and better. But there are also things that are in between instant and delayed gratification habits. Those are things like meeting with friends. But then it depends on what activities you do. That can be a delayed gratification habit because you may have fun while doing it, but afterwards you will feel better because your social battery goes up. But as said, it depends if you go with friends, as an example, partying, thus being an instant gratification habit. In contrary, if you are playing football together, this will make it a delayed gratification habit, because you do sport and improve your cardio while having fun with your friends. And you will see in our modern world that almost everybody chooses the instant gratification habits. They watch porn, social media, they fap, they eat junk food, all whilst hating their job. Thus, they are making themselves worse every day. But I do not think that you want to be the average Joe. You want to be more than mediocrity. You want more than just some 9-to-5 job. You want to have an impact on the world and change the world for the better. I know that you think deep down that you can achieve more than you currently are, because you probably are eating junk food and not doing sports to a point that in some years you can walk upstairs without being completely out of breath. You know that you want to be the version of yourself that did sport for years, that ate only healthy food, so you could climb a mountain without being out of breath. So be better than the rest and choose delayed gratification habits over the instant gratification habits. And see how you will be able to beat every other man in all realms measurable. And if you want to know what kind of delayed gratification habits you can do, go and watch my videos on my YouTube channel. I am called Mind Mentor. And you can find in every video delayed gratification habits that you can implement with actionable steps, so it will be even easier for you to implement them. So, to conclude everything, we have instant gratification and delayed gratification habits. Instant gratification is when you do habits that bring you much joy while doing them, but afterwards you feel worse, like porn, junk food, or alcohol. It may be fun while you do them, but afterwards you feel worse. And delayed gratification habits are habits in which you may need discipline, and they feel hard to do while doing them, but afterwards you feel better. Habits like going to the gym, eating healthy food, or meditation are delayed gratification habits. And logically, we want to have more or even only delayed gratification habits, so we can become the best version of ourselves and not make ourselves worse day for day because we choose instant gratification before delayed gratification. Because we don't want to be the average Joe. I know that you, just like I, want to change the world for better and leave an impact on this world. So don't be average and mediocre. Choose delayed gratification always over instant gratification. And make as an actionable step a list, or even write in the comments your instant gratification habits and your delayed gratification habits, so I can help you to form new and more delayed gratification habits and help you break instant gratification habits.